Hello guys, a short foreword before we start the video proper. As you may or may not be aware, I use a program called Premiere Pro to actually edit all my videos. Now when I started my YouTube journey, I figured, well, why not make things as good as we possibly can? Why not acquire the rights to Premiere Pro and really make the best job that I can make of the whole thing? The reason for that being that I have very few editing skills and next to no Photoshop skills to actually speak of, which is something in the coming months I'm hoping to sort out. I'll give it a go, you know, I'll see what I can learn, improve my videos. But the problem with Premiere Pro, what I didn't know at the time, is that Premiere Pro really is a professional tool for use with cameras more than it is for use with recordings on a PC. The reason being that it only really accepts a constant frame rate format, or a constant bitrate if you prefer. The problem is that most recording solutions on the PC for screen captures or for game captures is a variable bitrate. So when I then import that data into Premiere Pro, it basically tries to conform it into a constant bitrate. And since it's not constant, it completely screws with the audio sync with the video. This is why in past videos you may have noticed, especially particularly in Blood Bowl, there have been moments where the sound is briefly cut out and then snapped back in. Those are my somewhat clumsy attempts to sort the situation out. Long story short, the video you are about to watch, I have had more trouble than probably, most likely, every other video put together. It completely screwed up, and I've done my absolute best to sort it out. I still think the video's good. I certainly had a great time recording it. So hopefully, if you do notice any blips, well, I apologise. They are going to be there. But I hope you enjoy what you're about to see regardless. And going forwards in the future, I now have an alternate recording solution that uses a constant bitrate. It's not ideal, but the quality is very good, and all things being well, touch wood, then we will not have these problems going forward, and it means I can spend a lot less time in editing and more time in the recording, which is where I want to be. So, I'll let you get back to the main attraction. Thank you to everybody who's followed me along on this YouTube journey so far. You've been amazing, and hopefully there'll be a lot more videos to come. So thanks very much, and here's the main video. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is ChromeDrake, and welcome back to our quest to defeat the Sorcerer King. As you may have remembered from last video, I was doing this in sleepless mode, so I'm feeling a bit loopy, and unfortunately this is the same recording session, so I'm still a bit loopy, even though it is now actually Sunday when this has been released. So, last time I left it with a huge, great big enchantment session, and believe me, this has been done. You can actually see here that I've got lots of fully enchanted items. Our mana reserves have dipped considerably, but that's absolutely fine. I have actually completely forgotten, however, in that time, to start adding courage and whatnot to everybody. That is something I really need to do, and it's probably something I'm about to do. I will just put a little cut in here and put that on all my units. But for now, what I've done is I've equipped the units that we're going to take with us. So we've got Keplin the Mage, we've got Varda the Slayer. You can see that she's got a huge amount of gear, including the Shield of Summer, which is cold resist, which is what we're going to be. We are going to be going up against the Ice Lieutenant first. So that's good that she's got that. We've got our decked out Sentinel. So that's 3 units so far. We got our Destiny Sentinel here. I realised what made him so powerful is that he's currently now being enchanted, got an attack of 77. However, his defense does suffer. His defense is nowhere near as good as our regular Sentinels, but 36, he's okay, but he's one hell of a heavy hitter. So that's going to be good. So what have we got there? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 units in this army, and then if we jump over to Peregrine the Ranger's army, I'm not taking Peregrine, as I think you've all completely gathered by now. I'm just not. You know, I think that simply says it. I'm just not enamoured with him. I don't really like him at all. So we've got another Sentinel here, so that's 5. We've got another Sentinel here, that is 6. Our ex-courtesan, that is 7. Giot the Marksman is 8. And our Magician is 9. And this will be the party that we're going to take up against the Lieutenants, and probably, most likely as well, the Sorcerer King. So, I'm going to put a little cut in here. I'll be right back. I'm going to go and enchant Well, in fact, no, I'm not going to do that yet. I've actually jumped ahead of myself. Something I need to do before we do that is I need to turn in this quest for the Paradenians. I don't think it's going to matter too much, so we're just going to hold our horses before that actually happens. And what I am going to very quickly do, however, I'm not going to jump cut this one, is that any armour I've got left over is armour that I'm going to equip my units with. The rest of these units, they'll probably be fine. One thing I did notice is that I don't have the ways and means. Yes, and of course I need to equip my Arctic Wolf cloaks as well to go up against the Ice Lieutenant. But yeah, I don't have the ways and means of creating boots. I mean, fine, we've got long strider boots and basic leather boots. That's about it. So, whatever. Not amazing. Not amazing at all. I could have done with creating another chain shirt there. I'm probably going to have to create a few of those, so I will do that right now. So yeah, no boots, which was curious, but I'm sure we'll be absolutely fine. I think I created the correct amount of chain shirts there if I'm going to equip Peregrine the Ranger's army, but I will do that in a minute. So, who's idle? You're idle. You're over here. You're kind of just hanging out. You're kind of just exploring this landmass. So what we're going to do is bring these guys... probably, we'll actually do it by ship. It's actually faster to do this by ship. You can stay where you are, mate. Ah, right, we can't get there this turn. Wonderful. No matter. Right, Darkling Leader's army, I'm just going to have to just do a small double back, take care of this. But you can actually see the Captain the Major's army with the enchantments I made, and this is remembering that I've also removed quite a lot of the really good armour that I had on quite a lot of the units, has actually jumped to combat rating 100, and hopefully when I combine that with the other enchanted units from Peregrine the Ranger's army, we'll be quite close in range to the Lieutenant, and at that point, battle will commence. We've actually got Blink now, that's nice, but we're going to just start off with Arcane Spread almost immediately, and wipe out the entire army. He has got a heck of a lot of Spell Mastery, which I believe... I could be wrong, but spells like Arcane Spread, I think it means that things are going to... basically, it reduces spell resistance. As far as I'm aware, that is what Spell Mastery actually does. So, obviously, that's ridiculously powerful against a bunch of units like these. To be perfectly fair, actually, I might just get my scout down here, rather than wasting time with this. I think that's probably what I'm going to do, actually. Yeah, now I'm thinking about it. Like I say, still a bit sleepless. So, yeah, there is that. Lots and lots of new crafting materials. So, yeah, we will actually jump a scout down here. I don't really need these crafting materials anymore. So I will get this scout to do the work for us. That definitely seems like the plan. How far can you come, my little mate? You can get that far, right. And then that ship is... We're going to bring you over here. We're going to disembark, and in a minute I'm going to cloud walk the armies straight over, and we will sort out the wheat from the chaff, as it were. Now, I'm going to trust in my defences to deal with anything that comes my way, so we shall cast cloud walk, and fingers crossed, ladies and gentlemen, fingers crossed, we will be able to take on the might of Vetrar in this video, and if we're lucky, we'll be able to also take on the might of Agathon. We shall see. So I'm going to equip the cloaks, I'm going to get the enchantments on for the HP buffs, so I'm going to put a cut in here. I will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Won't be a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back from the break. Okay, so I had a bit of a rush of something or other to the brain where those cloaks actually take up the chest slot of the armor. So in actual fact, I'm not doing the cold resistance cloaks, I'm just relying on the plate armor and everything else that I actually enchanted before. I have now separated our armies. These guys are fully buffed. There's a heck of a lot of HP going around, or at least a lot more than there was. And these guys, this army here, is taking a little trip. Well, it will be if I can select the right unit. It's taking a little trip down to secure our borders down here, in fact. So in actual fact, now I'm thinking about it again, apologies, I'm actually going to re-equip everybody who needs the extra little tiny bit of armor to get by. Yeah, Dawn Berserker, looks like we're all good. The pikemen are looking a little bit flimsy. It's a little bit flimsy there. I'll tell you what, Pikeman will actually get you leveled up faster, and therefore you won't be quite as flimsy. Looks like they're okay, so they will simply be there to stop the chaff from coming in. Yeah, we had a Holy Wrath spell, Army of Light, all units gain plus 5 HP. That couldn't have come at a better moment. I didn't plan it. That was just glorious. Yep, you level up. That's great, Denaro. Well done. Don't care. Idle units. You are idle, you're going to guard. And you are ready with the Pioneers. In fact, we will bring you round here so you can be ready with the Pioneers when we take down that lieutenant. Your fame speaks to the people. One of your scholars comes across an artifact which can broadcast your words to people throughout your realm. So enchanted is everyone by the sound of your voice that they all work harder in the days after hearing your spell. I'd like to see this so-called Sorcerer King do that. Damn right. +1 production from Doomsday. Equal odds? Maybe. Maybe. We'll go with Beguile. However, the battle's been brought to me, ladies and gentlemen. I also, while I remember, did craft some fireball scrolls. I thought that would be useful, but here we go. The lieutenant's got a very, very high initiative, as has the Harbinger. The Harbinger is very nasty, and we've got 2 of them here. Yeah, Hetra is also, well, we'll just have to see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen here. We could lose units, we might not lose units. We seem to have got damaged sentinels immediately. And our movement has also immediately been slowed. That's not fantastic. So, what are we going to do? What is our plan of action? It would be great to curse Vetra so that he has no defense. His defense is actually only 20. I hadn't realized that. So, with his defense, it's not something we need to worry about. Let's have a look at these. Right, so the crews are basically Yetis. Now, the Harbingers are pains in my arse. You can't really see it here, but they do have a horrible, horrible sort of orb of darkness type thing that they will shoot at people as their ranged ability. And believe me, that hurts. That hurts. Tell you what, we're going to cast Fracture. We'll see if this works. We've got bags of spell resistance. This should go straight through. He did resist it, but hey, it's lowered his defenses. It did a bit of HP damage. That's okay. Now, the question is, do I want Keplin to run forward with his invulnerability? That is a very good question, because we're facing elemental damage, and hopefully we should be armoured enough to protect against it. We're going to do an arcane spread here, which has whittled away some of the competition. That's a very good thing. He's summoning Darklings. Don't like the summon of Darklings there, mate. Not at all. Now, Afraid is crap. It means that we're basically losing some of our turns. Now, Drain Life, again, I don't really care about at this point. It's the other abilities that they can use that I care about. Now, hopefully, we'll get a chance. That's it. That's the Orb of Darkness, and that Cleric is dead. I forgot to use Destiny's Favour to make sure that she would stay alive. That's a huge oversight on my part. Well, what can you do? What can you do, indeed? I'm actually going to cast Fireball on this group here. It's a very tasty group. That's a massive amount of damage. Dark Spread has come out onto the field. That's not something we really wanted to see. We can't use another Fireball scroll at the moment. I'm actually going to cast Refresh. That's Restore. That's Restore. Don't do it. I've done it before. Oh, it is Restore, not Refresh. I said the wrong thing. Fair enough. I'm going to cast that onto my units, and let's see, where can we deal damage? Where can we deal damage? We need to start whittling these guys away, but they have so much HP that it becomes a very dangerous proposition. If we get rid of these archers, that would probably be a good idea. Now, Varda the Slayer is up. We don't have any. Right, Varda the Slayer is going to freeze everybody in place. This is going to give us a bit more wiggle room. We are then going... Oh, do we want to try and stun? Do we want to try and stun? As far as this 50, probably not. However, we are going to leap here and deal damage to all enemies around with Thunderstrike. That was very meaty. I enjoyed that very much. In fact, we can take care of some of our problems by the look of it here. So we'll get in here, we'll start whacking away these Harbingers. Not quite, we will, however, into the light them. I don't like leaving them on the field at all at this juncture. Such a shame that our Cleric died. The blessing would have been huge. I can't heal, so I've actually just screwed myself over slightly with that. Now we could get in here. How much damage is this guy doing in an attack? 60. However, our Sentinels have got a defense of 41. They wouldn't be taking it a huge amount, but there is a lot of competition in this area. And I tell you what, this Lieutenant is making it very hard to click said competition to work it all out. Can our Sentinels take care of this Trog Commander here? It's a possibility. We are going to try it out, but again, I need to be very careful where I click, because this guy's hitbox is so ridiculously massive. Not quite. Not quite. We're getting close. We're getting close, but we haven't quite managed to take them down. We're going to do a bit of an area effect attack, just to take care of those Trogs. And we've got a heavy hitter here. I can't get in on Vetrar, which is so much the pity, but look at the damage. 49 to 56. Absolutely massive. What, you know, that's huge. Our Sentinels, however, taking a hell of a beating. We are going to be casting an emergency heal on these fellas, if I can even see them, and indeed that is a problem. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I can't actually see my own units. I can't rotate the camera. That is a huge problem, Stardock. Emphasis on huge. I can't save the lives of my units. How am I supposed to deal with that? I don't know. That sucks. Quite frankly, that really, really sucks. Okay. What are we gonna do? I think... Right, well, I'm also having difficulty reading stuff. Things are going a bit haywire. Things are going just a little tiny bit haywire, ladies and gents. We can't quite off you. We are just going to deal with... Not Vetrar, you're in the way again, mate. We're going to just try and deal with this Trog Commander. Right, Vetrar's armor. That's great. That means he didn't attack our Sentinels. We might get a shot at... what have we got to... Might get a shot at saving them. We'll just use Shockwave. Oh no, the Sentinels are down. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Nobody ever said that the Lieutenants are easy. Nobody ever said that. However, we do have other Sentinels in reserve that are a respectably high level. So hopefully, this is not too bad. Now you might be wondering why I've been wailing on these, you know, sort of lesser enemies and not on Vetrar. Well, the answer is I simply can't get to the lesser enemies right now. Which isn't great. Now, if I do an Arcane Arrow, that should be able to take these guys down. It's actually worth it for 2 mana. There we go. Now, we have also... However, having Varda the Slayer here, Fire Breath, look at this. This is going to be amazing. 132 damage. Varda the Slayer for the win. Woman of the match, I think you will find. Oh, yes. Absolutely. We are going to use another arcane... No! Well, we'll see. We'll see if there's... No, right. So he's down. That's great. Well worth the mana. Gonna get in here. We're gonna try and smite down this Fallen Apprentice. 52 damage. One hell of a smite. Okay, we haven't got into the light. That's a shame. Just while I have the opportunity, I am actually gonna heal some of my units, because this battle is nearly over. The first lieutenant has been felled. But not at, you know, at cost. At cost, ladies and gentlemen. These guys got Vetrar's armor, which means... Attack that does normal damage, attack bleeds... Ah, I see. That's irritating. That's very irritating. However, magical attacks don't seem to mind. So, kaboom. A moment of silence for our Sentinel and our ex-courtesan, who is now an ex-courtesan. However, we have obtained one of the Shadow Keys needed to encroach upon the Sorcerer King's citadel. Well, that was a battle.
You dare destroy one of my mighty lieutenants? Explain yourself at once.
Yeah, well, like hell it was an accident. Of course we did. We needed the key he had, you know, so we could come and kill you.
You pitiful fools! To try and prevent me from stopping an apocalypse, and to deceive yourselves that you have the strength to do so, your existence is a mockery to intelligent thought. I will enjoy seeing you annihilated.
Well, he's laid down the ultimatum, and we are going to respond in kind, ladies and gents. The Sorcerer King's days are numbered. And although our troops may fall, they fall not just for the good of our realm, but for the very salvation of Elemental itself. Ours is a righteous crusade, and we will triumph. So, we are going to move our army over here. Oh, look, a library. No, mustn't get distracted. We're going to move our army over here. We need to lick our wounds. We need to... Well, we have an ex-courtesan over here. We have, as well, who obviously I need to armor better than I had done before. I say ex-courtesan, we have a cleric here who's unfortunately only level 3. And we have 2 more sentinels, and these guys are going to form the backbone of our reinforcements. I will have to make sure that I do very much keep these guys safe, and this time I will remember to use Destiny's Favour. I could use that against the Sorcerer King, it is true. However, I also get the distinct impression that if we fail the battle against the Sorcerer King, well, that would probably spell defeat. Might not, but it probably would. And crap, I need to figure out who needs to cast this spell. I hate this bloody system. And we'll put them here. We shall get you guys equipped. Though your comrades have fallen, you shall carry the torch once more into battle. And our cleric, we'll get you very well defended as well. Yes, indeed. We don't want to subject to that. Plus 50% fire resistance might be good. Plus 10% dodge, and we'll equip you with a defense. This sentinel is a little bit defenseless, but at present he is going to have to suffer, I'm afraid. So he is smacking a little bit, just a little bit of cannon fodder. But we will do what we can. Right, we've got a Juggernaut's army moving up. They're going to be plinked by my towers here. Right, what is your 51? Right, I'm just going to leave these guys back. I'm going to let the Juggernaut's army get to the towers. So we need to lick our wounds. We need to cast some healing spells. I also need to cast... We need a bit more courage. A bit more courage. Gives them bonus of HP of 5 plus 1 per shard. It's going to be good. Right, now then, I also said I needed something else. What was the something else I needed? Healing. That was it. That was what I needed. Unfortunately, again, another stunning example of not amazing UI design. But I will accept it, because I do enjoy this game. Who else needs a bit of a touch up here? Destiny Sentinel has been plinked. That Sentinel there definitely needs a little bit of help. Most of this has actually come from the fact that I've given them a courage, I've not actually healed them. So even though they've got the bonus HP, it's not actually, it's not actually healed them back up to health. So even though I started the battle with the lieutenant there, and yeah, I was actually going in slightly on the back foot simply because of the health situation, which is a shame. I didn't get the benefit from the courage I was bestowing on my units. However, we are now healed up. We've got plenty of Blizzard Scrolls. It's time to lower the terrain that we raised to imprison Agathon so long ago. So long ago. I will find it in a minute. It's time to get the second key we need to defeat the Sorcerer King. We're not going to get there this particular movement, though there is every possibility Agathon might move onto us. Who knows? Drain life or chaos? Why not chaos? Let's get a bit chaotic. Let's see what happens. And let's also, I do beg your pardon, everybody. I need to cast Heavenly Ward. Right, and as you can see here, we don't have to cast Heavenly Ward on any of our heroes. All we have to cast them on are our regular units, because the heroes will return after battle if they are felled. And this is again fiddly interface. It's going to just take me a second, but I promise we will get to the lieutenant. We will be thwarting him, well, with any luck, thwarting him in this episode. Here we are, last time on the spell. Apologies for not cutting this out, I just feel like this is a momentous occasion and we need to kind of see it. Oh, here we go, guys. Time to do battle with Agathon. This army isn't looking anywhere near as strong as the last one, though, so we might have a greater chance of not taking any, any damage from these guys. However, the Flame Wave comes straight out, and as usual, Giot is straight down on the floor. Oh, good grief, Giot. What am I going to do with you, really? Okay, we're going to bring Keplin up. We are going to cast Invulnerability. We're going to start this as well. We're going to get another heal down on the Destiny Sentinel. I would have liked to have used that on a proper spell, but we do have Arcane Spread, which is doing a lot of damage. And our Sentinels are also in trouble. Apparently there's a counterattack there that went off that was so powerful that they didn't even have to swing their swords to fell the unit. And there you go, Keplin soaking up some of the enemy's attacks. That's exactly what he needs to do. Good job, Keplin. Nightmare, not brilliant, but our Sentinels, most of which are not afraid. Again, we're going to have to cast... We are going to have to cast... heal on our Sentinels. We are also... on our units, cast Blizzard's cold damage to all... yes. Now, Blizzard is dangerous. I've actually screwed up with Blizzard before. Blizzard casts it on a radius around the casting unit. So in other words, I need somebody right up at Agathon, otherwise I'm going to deal a hideous amount of damage to my units, and that would be a problem. And what are we going to do? What needs the damage done? I think, honestly, we will need to start whittling away at that Harbinger. We do need to start whittling away at that Harbinger. Drain life, I cannot about drain life. Keplin should be okay for another turn before we have to back him off, and he can blink away when it's absolutely necessary to do so. I'm tempted to have these guys go and take a swing at the Harbinger, but Agathon is standing right there, and that could very much seriously hurt. We'll take care of those Urkson. A mighty blow will fell these Trog commanders. Actually, and one thing I haven't actually really checked is how much defense. 79, so we need... Agathon is obviously an up-close and personal combat unit, and if we got any hope of damaging him, we're going to need to curse him and break his defense. Look at Varda doing some serious damage there. We've got another orb coming in. The cleric survives because of the extra defense, so we are going to have to cast Curse and curse Agathon into the ground. We're going to move our Sentinels up. We are going to try and smite this evil fire demon down. 75 damage. Very respectable. Very respectable indeed. We have another Sovereign cast. I would like very much to cast a... In fact, I will cast a refresh on our heavy hitter. So his turn should be coming up next, and he can go and strike at Agathon as well. Keplin's going to back off. He's done what he needed to do. He's soaked up the damage. Bloop. And now I have another turn, another Sovereign cast where I can cast another heal to make sure our cleric survives. And we shall run up and smack this guy for 72 damage. That was the least damage we could have rolled, but hey, that's very respectable. Dark Spread nastiness coming straight out there from the Fallen Caster. Now, here's the question. Do I risk an Into the Light? I don't think I do yet. I think I need to keep that handy just to be on the safe side. Another counterattack fells him. Another Dark Spread. Yes, I was wise to keep that healing around. This is actually really starting to hurt. I wish I actually had Summon Wisp. Oddly enough, that would be fantastic right about now. I think we're going to try for a dodge play. We're going to get Varda to Thunder Strike straight in. That's done a lot of damage. But what we do have is our cleric, who is now going to cast Energizing Aura. It's not much, but it'll keep all our units alive for that little bit longer. Now we need to get in. We need to kill Agathon off. I am tempted to use our last spell. Can we cast it? We can't do another refresh. That's unfortunate. Who is next up on the round? You guys. Ugh. Agathon's going to get a mighty swing in. That could be the end of Destiny Sentinel. But we'll just have to roll with that blow as and when it comes. You guys can't get close enough. You do have smite. If you could have got close enough, it would have been ideal, but we're just going to smite these guys down, get them out of our way. Agathon is going after Varda, who dodges like a pro, comes in with a counter swing, and Agathon is no more. Yeah, it turns out that that spell to cause everything to dodge was a fantastic idea. We are actually going to be really cheeky. We're going to enter the light, the Trog Sniper. We're going to Arcane Missile. That's Fallen Apprentice. And then we're going to run in here with our Sentinels and we're going to start bringing the pain to this Harbinger, who is still no significant threat. Most likely on this battlefield. Yeah, that dodge is paying dividends. Absolutely paying dividends right now. You know what? I think I dislike you, Fallen Apprentice. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Dodge there, that was to be expected. We shall... Oh, another dodge. Freeze foes? I cannot. Yeah, that dodge really has paid off for us. That was extremely fortuitous. And you, sir, are not quite dead. Good grief. I can't seem to land the finishing blow. There we go. There we go. We have the Marakata Ring. Allows the unit to cast Shockwave, which is quite nice. But most importantly, we have... Oh, fair enough. We have the second Shadow Key. Yes, indeed. Gielt the Marksman fell in battle, but we're not going to be too concerned about that. Excuse me, I think somebody was going AFK in the background there. Gielt the Marksman fell, but he'll return to us. We have the key. We have everything we need to go and face now the Sorcerer King, and this scout is in some serious danger. Oh, champion level up. Champion level up. +1 moves and an army. Lightning Storm. Lightning Storm would have been nice. Revenge. Why not Revenge? I think Revenge will be fine. Ladies and gentlemen, my name has been ChromeDrake. We are into the end game of Sorcerer King. All that stands in our way from this point onwards are the hordes of Darkspawn, Trogs, Urkson, Trolls, and everything else between here and the Sorcerer King's Dark Citadel. So next time, we will be venturing into the Sorcerer King's realms, and just maybe, we will be bringing his tyrannical rule to an end. Until then, great health, good gaming, and catch you on the next one. Goodbye for now.